You're running from something. It's okay, most of us are. The briefest of moments, our experiences make up the people we've become. It's possible that a minute, just 1 minute, of our lives has impacted us in ways we can't even begin to imagine. You hurt someone or something, you said something wrong to someone, you disappointed them in some way. Maybe you told a lie that snowballed out of control. Perhaps you're still covering for that lie. These moments, as small or inconsequential as they may feel when happening, could haunt us forever. They might be just what you're running from, their black, rotten roots permeating your choices, your actions, all the traits which combine to form you. Not only might they be dealing constant ticks of damage to your psyche, but could very well have spread their roots, hurting those around you as well. Again, it's okay, really. What I'm describing is only human nature. We've all been shaped by something, and I wouldn't dare blame you for the person you've become. Chances are, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the person you are, despite what you may feel or believe. We're all carrying something. There is another side to what I'm talking about here, though. When that thing that's lurking over your shoulder that you've been carrying around your whole life starts to become too heavy, too large, too dangerous, there comes a time you have to stop running and face it, before that thing spirals into something so much greater than it was before. It really is remarkable how quickly we as people can lose control. Let's look at it another way. You or someone around you has started a rumor about someone. It was meant for one set of ears only, but as rumors do, it spreads. Now suddenly there are tens, hundreds, even thousands of people circulating this rumor. It's now become something so large, and it's entirely out of your hands. What do? Do you tell people that you started this rumor? It might have hurt the person that it's about. Can you look that person in the eye and confess? Would it even matter if you did? Now that this rumor exists in a space so much larger than yourself, do you hold in the fact that you're responsible? Do you run away from the situation entirely? This is Moromi. Moromi has become a nationwide phenomenon. Tsukiko Sagi is running from Moromi. Paranoia Agent is all about running. The legendary Satoshi Kon's Paranoia Agent is complex. There's a lot happening here with several interwoven characters and storylines. Tsukiko Sagi, mentioned earlier, is sort of the main player within the web of stories being told. She's an artist who seems to have struck gold designing Moromi, this cute little dog thing, and is now under immense stress from her superiors to create the next big design once again. The series here gives a very real look at one of the many major disconnects within a creative field of work, that being the expectation of consistent greatness. To be honest, the amount of real-world problems this show nails perfectly is pretty remarkable. Between the stresses of work, family problems, loneliness, Tsukiko, being the de facto main character here, is who we'll be focusing on, though. She suffers a sort of breakdown in a parking lot following her shift at work, and is attacked by a boy wielding a broken baseball bat and gold rollerblades, affectionately referred to as Lil Slugger. Now, I'd like to ask you something. When you're stressed about work or school, when the pressure is really piling on, what do you do to alleviate some of that stress? Do you take a break from what you're working on? Do you talk to someone you trust about it? Maybe you allocate some time to hang out with friends or just speak with them. All can be very effective methods of calming yourself down before focusing back at what needs your attention. There are also naturally bad methods of coping with stress. Personally, I have a tendency to avoid the situation altogether. Just act like it doesn't exist and avoid it at all costs. Doing this will give you some temporary relief in the moment, but always, without fail, the stress returns greater than it was in the first place. And there's a good chance that by avoiding your problems, you've only created more for yourself in the process. Avoiding problems is not a successful way to handle them. Until they're confronted, they'll only grow and inevitably become worse. This is exactly what Tsukiko Sagi did, the night she was attacked by Lil Slugger. You see, the adolescent terror wielding a broken baseball bat didn't exist. She wasn't attacked by anyone. Tsukiko used Lil Slugger to escape the crushing expectations of her work. Paranoia Agent follows a wide cast of characters, each of which coming into contact one way or another with a Lil Slugger. And while, as Satoshi Kon works are, Paranoia Agent is a bit abstract, we can assume that Lil Slugger didn't actually exist for any of the characters that were attacked by him. Each of them were all experiencing hardship in one way or another, each were at or being very rapidly pushed toward their breaking points. And just when that point was being reached, Lil Slugger would arrive to put these struggling people out of their misery. He was an excuse for people to run from their problems. He was an instant escape route. So then, if that's Lil Slugger, then what is Moromi? Well, to be as brief as possible, Moromi is Tsukiko's thing from which she's running. As a child, she was walking her new puppy, and in a moment of youthful carelessness, the dog was struck by a car and killed. She lied about it for the entirety of her life to this point, and in doing so, fell back into a habit of lying for a quick release from her stresses. Hello, Lil Slugger. In fact, it's revealed to us around this point in the series that Lil Slugger is really the savior for people who can't come to terms with their troubles, while Moromi acts more as our punisher. Tsukiko is not set free until she admits to herself what she's done, comes to terms with who she is and the problems she's facing, and decides finally to stop running from herself. It's easier said than done, I know, to confront the things we've been running from our whole lives. It isn't fun to face something you've been hiding from, but if the pain it's causing you is too much to bear, then you must. And don't listen to that internalized voice telling you that you can't or it's too much for you. You're much stronger than you think. You're capable of getting through anything. You should believe in yourself because I know I believe in you. And this is Paranoia Agent. When Tsukiko comes to terms with what she's running from, only then is she able to return to normalcy. Only then are those stresses clawing at her back able to disappear. It's like that for all of us. Whatever we're carrying, we have to turn around and face them. In the end, it's truly the only way forward. So please, as always, take care of yourself. This style of video kinda takes longer for me to produce, and I want to get them out as often as possible, but sometimes life just doesn't allow me to do so, thank you for coming out, really. I really appreciate it. Again, take care of yourself. I hope you'll join me next time. Bye.